Hello everybody, welcome to Crypto by Sahir. In this channel, I'll recommend some of the underrated cryptocurrencies for life-changing gains. So if you love making money and cryptocurrencies, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Also, make sure to hit the bell icon so you're currently updated with my videos. Today we're going to talk about NFT Art Finance. First of all, we're going to look through the price analysis of NFT art. Then we dive deeper on what exactly is NFT Art Finance. Then we'll head over to some of the upcoming news for NFT art. And last but not least, we're going to discuss why should you buy NFT Art Finance and what is the possible price prediction. So let's get started. So first of all, let's look at the price analysis. I have the chart for NFT art on Bog Finance. I did not find CoinGecko to be accurate. I'll put the link in the description. And I have the 4-hour chart in front of me, and I'm going to focus on the y-axis values for the price, since it's a bit hard to keep track of this price and the price on the y-axis. We have market cap of 149 million at the moment, and it's down 11% at the moment, and we see that it's going downwards right now. But there might be a possibility of a breakout for this channel. We're going to discuss in the end. But yeah, currently it's moving downwards, and I'm not sure if this is currently the right time to buy. We'll have to wait for some confirmations. But if you still want to get some bags, you're free to do so. But remember, always do your own research. I'm not your financial advisor, and be careful out there. So what is NFT Art Finance? NFT Art Finance is going to be a platform to connect consumers and content creators in a single platform. So here you'll be able to turn your music, art, and ideas into NFTs. And the music part is what makes me most excited about NFT Art Finance. So if you head over down, I'm going to skip this beta section. And if you come down, it says the same thing. Like, it's going to be a decentralized network of NFT platform connecting content creators, musicians, artists, and investors like us. And it has 3 functionalities. First, we could see visual arts here, just as predominant in the industry right now. We could also see audio or music coming into the platform, which is the exciting stuff. It's including not only a visual NFT marketplace, it's going to be an audio platform of NFT as well. And then there will be soon releasing a smartphone app where you could just trade NFTs right from your phone. So that is exciting. Okay, moving down to the token and more features out there. So first of all, it's based on no ownership. Like, they don't own the platform. They've given this up, and you cannot change. Nobody can change the code now. And it is deflationary, as in 10% of the transaction will be divided into 2 parts. 5% is going to get burnt. They will no longer exist. And the remaining 5% will go back to the holders. And then if you talk about the utility of NFT art token, it will be the default currency on the platform that you will be able to create, claim, buy, and sell NFTs. So it's going to be specific to this platform. Then passive income is more related to this deflationary point, where each transaction on the network will give you 5% of that back to every holders out there. So fraction of that 5% coming to everybody out there. It is audited and marked safe by TechRate. So it's fully audited on the code, and it is gonna offer low transaction fees because it is totally on Binance Smart Chain. So that's amazing. So this deflationary setup like SafeMoon, and it's also an NFT platform. So it's a mix of SafeMoon and NFT platform. So makes it more of a kind of get it coin, right? All right, moving on to initial tokenomics. It started with 4% to development and marketing fund, 46% in the liquidity, and 50% burn right at the beginning. But now the current tokenomics is more or less 33% circulating supply, which is quite low, and 67% of it is already burnt. So that is somewhat motivating into the deflationary and burning mechanism. As in, over time, you could expect this to become more rare, and yeah, like rewarding all investors. But having said that, it's still volatile. So do your own research and be prepared for risks. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Last thing on the fundamentals are these three aspects for an NFT art. First of all, we have Art, which is going to be a beta launch for curated list of content creators and artists. That's going to go live by the end of May or in the beginning of June, let's say 1st June. And then that will be open for everybody, like a proper launch in June, like by the end of June. So that's Art. The two next set of things are Audio and X. So Audio is going to be a host for musicians and artists to put their music on the platform all in blockchain. And then X is going to be a feature for people who want to build on top of NFT art ecosystem. So more like a launchpad system. So these two things, Audio and X, are going to come in the future. So main focus right now is Art, which is beta going live by the end of May and normal release by the end of June. Now let's look at the timeline and the upcoming set of news. Before jumping into the timeline, they also mentioned that they're going to offer both types of sales, as in spot sales and old school style auctions. And coming into the timeline, it started on March, like the token launch was in March, and they had their code audited. And then in April, they had this development, marketing, and all that stuff. And by the end of May, they're due their beta launch. And by the end of June, their entire platform is going to go live for everybody outside beta. And then they're going to work to release the marketplace and develop the app, which is going to be available for everybody on smartphone. So they're going to develop the app of NFT Art Finance. So that's set of timeline and news. And there's one more thing that I wanted to say. There's going to be a special announcement coming up tomorrow by the NFT Art team. So be sure to stick around and join their Discord channel. Now let's talk about why should you invest in NFT Art Finance. So the two things that got me excited and I ended up investing was the fact that there are two things: deflationary tokenomics like SafeMo, but the most important element was they're including audio into their NFT platform. So this visual art, audio, NFTs plus deflationary tokenomics like SafeMo, that's like the perfect side hustle coin you'll like to invest into. And remember that this is going to be very volatile, so do not invest your life savings and afford only what you can afford to lose. And again, do your own research before jumping into it and be safe. Lastly, what's the possible price prediction for NFT Art Finance? So I have this 4-hour chart here with me, and if, for example, you pick it up from here, I'm not suggesting that you should right now because it's still on a downtrend and has to test this trend line. If it goes above that on the 4-hour chart, then we're good. We're going upward. We've broken the downtrend. And the first ideal target after launch of the beta launch and the platform launch could be this 9 to 10x. So that's the first target for NFT Art Finance, that it has to do with 10x, and then we can start thinking about making a 20x and 30x. So the first thing we have to do is a 10x straight from here. So if you haven't invested in NFT Art Finance, that this will be the perfect time to get in and enjoy at least somewhere around 5, 8 to whatever, around 10x, right? At least. And then we can, once it reaches that all-time high, we can start thinking about going beyond. And if you look into the 1-hour chart, it is somewhere laying around the support line. So if you zoom in here, I've got two channels here on the downtrends. It's not perfect. because I draw somewhere around the zoom out version of 4-hour chart, but you get the idea, right? So it is still around this support line that's going on the 4-hour chart, long-term upward movement. So this channel coming from up to downtrend, and then this channel from downtrend to up. So it's perfectly fitting around that, and it is still around this support. So I could expect this to go in a couple of days above this channel to around 50% or more, and then we could see the ride forward to 5x and 10x. So this could be one of the perfect time to enter, but you could wait for another confirmation and buy it even below if it goes down this support line. If it breaks this strong trend, we're going downwards. So that's the analysis, and the price prediction, as I said, it's at least 10x from here, straight up 10x in the price range. So that's pretty much it on my take on NFT Art Finance. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.